Next up, Ryan Davis, friend to the show, was on Club Shay Shay, and his interview has went a lot of different directions. A lot of
Mhm.
people were upset with him. Particularly, we're going to talk about this part where he said he feels like his daughter is a gold digger. Now, we're going to let him speak for himself.
Harder went from I love my dad to let me see what I can get out of him. And when she started looking at me as access to like material things,
You were an ATM. Now all of a sudden you weren't dad, you were an ATM.
broke me. Broke me. Because it was like I only want to be around him if I can get something out of him.
So let me ask you this. Did you sit down and have a conversation? How did you come to this realization that it was, yes, this is my child, but my child only wants to be around me because of what the access that she has to things, perfume, jewelry, clothes, makeup, whatever the case may be.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because it's like it's heartbreaking because it's like my daughter saved my life. I'm not a very motivated person. And when we went and got that ultrasound and they said it's a girl, I knew I couldn't be a mediocre man anymore because it would affect how she viewed men in general.
And then she'd have been okay with that.
And she would be okay with a mediocre man. And I worked harder than I ever worked in my life because of her. Like, she's my reason. And then for my reason, and she was a daddy's girl, big time. Oh, big time.
That's my oldest.
Yeah, she my oldest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to watch that daddy's girl go from, I just want to be around him, I just want to touch him, I just want to sleep on him, be cuddled up to him, to, hey, if you ain't buying me nothing, I really ain't trying to go. Like, I lost her. And it takes a long time to get them back. And so for me, that was the one thing about this whole custody agreement that was like so important for me. It was like, while we're going through what it is, and then me and their mother was talking, and she was like, Dad, it's like you're trying to get so much time. I'm like, yeah. Cause that's all that matters now.
Because once it's gone.
Because once it's gone, it's gone. It's like, you had so much of the first half. Just please let me get more on the back end. My son, thank God I got it right before it happened with him. Like, I'm Superman in his eyes.
Right.
Like, he was like, that's dad. Like, when he look at me, I just be like, I'm not the person you see. but it's
Like, I got him food.
yeah, but he just, and she used to see me like that. And then my daughter, like, I get glimpses. So I still get glimpses. There'll be times like she'll get her hair done or get new earrings or whatever. She cares. Where I was like, these are cute. She's like, yeah, she's like, she wants me, but there's the fear of giving her all to me and it being taken
And you
away.
gone again.
And I'm gone again. And
All right. Dom, what are your thoughts?
It's
The discourse has been, people have been saying it's fucked up him to say that his daughter is a gold digger. It's only want him for transactional purposes.
yes. I think the verbiage here is incorrect. When he goes to explain it, I'm like, oh, I get what you're saying, but I think it's the choice in words that makes this off-putting. Because he could have said, oh, my child is a spoiled brat. I was a spoiled brat. When we would go to my dad, you know, we just spoke about this. I'm like, man, we talk about, oh, can I just go to Toys R Us and look? And the hope is that your daddy say yes, but your daddy also can tell you no. And so that's up to him to, implement those boundaries. And then she's 10 years old. So I'm thinking to myself again, 10 years old, Daddy, can we go? He could have told me no. And we went. And like I said, every time my daddy didn't buy anything, but I'm like, but that's what kids do. Kids are going to always push you to see what you will and will not do. I don't know any of my girlfriends that were not spoiled, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and the choice and the verbiage that he used was incorrect.
Yes.
But again, it goes back to, this is a teachable moment for you and your daughter, where you are implementing a boundary, but you're also educating her, saying, I work to not only support y'all, but I have to support myself. So every time you see me and you want to go spend however much money on this and this and that, and the kids are different nowadays. Like girls her age wearing makeup, 20-inch weaves to school, it's a different time. And I get that. And it's the social media effect, right? Where people, where we're allowing this tool to influence our children and we don't have control over it. I think people are also kind of frustrated with the terminology because he does reveal that his ex-wife did not want children.
Mm-hmm.
She had
that
kids,
was another one, yeah.
And she had children because of him. And then once he got, famous, he left her with these kids. So he should request more time because she had those kids for you. And women, we got to stop doing that.
Yes.
We got to stop doing that. But I say all that to say, I think could have been a way that he took this moment and made it a teachable moment. Yes, I can empathize with you. Your feelings are hurt, but she is also 10 years old. And to his point, it's only going to be so much that she wants to hang out with me. And yes, you do tour. You make good money. So you are in and out of town. Is it one of those things where to spend more time with her? Hey, how about we homeschool her this semester? I want to be able to take her on the road. Let's get her a tutor or whatever that looks like, how she's doing her work, but also seeing me grind to make this, like, it was a missed opportunity for sure. I appreciate him being vulnerable, but sometimes people don't really think before they speak. And so the terminology here was definitely messed up. Like I said, I've done it, you've done it, we've all have done it to see what we can get out of our parents. And when it comes to a lot of shit, I was always, let me see how far I can push them over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, you just a risk taker. And I could see, the hurt in that, air quote, hurt because you this girl became your why for, like a lot of us Aquarius is, I'll be passive and I'll be like, okay, I need to get motivated. I got to push myself forward. And for him, he used that to catapult him into doing something that he found out that he loves to do. But it also, in that, you gotta go pay the lady and lay on the couch. And Ryan and I, like, and this isn't anything that I've never told Ryan. I told him, I said, okay, you're telling me, oh, I could take shrooms and go on this trip and be enlightened. No, but there's still a level of work that you have to do. So for you to sit on, Shannon Sharpe's couch and say that, when you need to be paying the lady and laying on her couch, because you clearly there's something there, where you, again, someone can give you the tools to help you have a more impactful conversation with your daughter to get her to understand. And at this age at 10 years old, for sure, and you talking about she don't want to hang out with me if she can't get nothing, then pick her ass up and say, oh, we going shopping today. I opened you a bank account. You're about to learn and understand finances. I wish my parents, did something like that. My dad gave me a credit card and didn't, like, oh, it's like $100 on her and it has to last you. But nobody said, I'm thinking like, oh man, yeah, this nigga saying this shit, he'll give me some more money. And that card would decline.
Breaking news, supposedly this is supposed to be a response from his daughter's and son's mother. our daughter. I don't know if he has the same baby mom.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay. This is supposedly this is a comment she left on it. As the mother, my daughter wasn't protected in this situation at all. Explained to 11-year-old who stumbled across her face on social media as to why her face is all over strangers' pages and why her father said what he said when in fact she doesn't even ask for things from him has been the final straw. This narrative that we were together, then broke up, and the relationship changed between the two of them is all false. She was 3 when he moved away and we never lived together. This entire thing has been very hurtful and traumatic for my daughter. I never see anything, but when it comes to my kids, will always be vocal. So I don't know if this is true or not, or what, or if this is the right person or not.
And it seems like everybody needs some therapy and some clarity.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I still stand by what I said. Pay the lady and lay on the couch, because there are certain things like I could commend him for having the conversation surrounding his mother being a very young teen mother. His father also had an inappropriate relationship with his mother. He was too old. So when he said, I don't blame my mom, I blame my dad, you don't really get a lot of men that'll say that, though, because they be so pro daddy or whatever, and like, Mom, my dad's so great. No, his daddy did something that was fucked up. And then his mother also needs extensive therapy to heal from that. And so when he starts to break that down, I felt like he did a pretty good job at articulating, and was very kind of conscientious of his word choice there. Whereas, okay, let's say this is half truth, the story that he told about his daughter. I am aware. I know they live somewhere else or whatever. I am aware that. But if he feels like that, there's a reason she feels like that.
yeah. And you got as a dad,
your fucking kid.
yeah, as a dad, man, I get what he's trying to say, but that's a failure of you as a father to a certain extent, not her being on some bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's the way he should have said. He's like, man, it was a failure of me as a father. I'm only financial to her, and I'm working on to make that a better situation going forward.
Yep.
If he'd have said that, I think people would be like, man, I was real transparent and real.
Yeah.
No, I think that it comes off to some people.
To call a 10-year-old a gold digger that's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild. There's certain terms that you shouldn't be able to use for somebody under the age of 18. I'm just saying.
No, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. And like I said, the word choice, it was very poor word choice. And you know that people are not gonna go and watch the full clip. And sidebar, Shannon Sharpe, this is your lane. Like asking follow-up questions, like, did you have, you need to think about that when you interviewing people, and all that cackling, like, you don't have to do all of that.
Yeah,
slapping the knee. But and like you said, like there are ways where you can show up, and since you wasn't showing up, you started it. You showed up with your wallet, and so that's the expectation that you set when you could have also said no.
But you know what? And I don't even know if this is because I don't know him, but that's also how some niggas show up with their ladies too. With their romantic
a lot of absolutely
up with their wallet. They're not trying to it's like, you're showing up with your wallet. So I don't know if I don't know if he does or not. I'm just saying that some men do that as a failure within a relationship too, showing up with their wallet first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being there with the lady, and then you make sure your lady's straight. But you showing up with your wallet off the jump is like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then you mad when she getting you for your paper.
Yeah.
You showed up with your wallet first, my G.
You did. And so I think it's one of those things where people have to be mindful of that. You really have to be mindful of that, and how you are and when we talk about leading by example and training, teach a child in the way the child should go, and reiterating what I said earlier, a lot of y'all are doing a disservice to your child.
That's true.
Because think about what they're learning at home, because it's not just at school. We're just educators. And so we can only do so much, but and like I said, out here, They not at school how they are back home. Like back in, back in St. Louis, we'd be at school almost, 7 hours a day, 7, 8 hours. It's not like that out here. So them niggas was with y'all the most, at least in California. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I remember having this conversation with this older woman that I used to manage when I worked at my last job, and she was having problems. She was, had this kid at 40 by a crackhead, and the kid was talented. But whatever it was, he was in one of them schools where they would go in. And a lot, and it seems like they kind of, I guess they still do this, where the kids, if you were broken up into groups and you would go to school so many days a week, and then you would have them off where you're supposed to work like at home or something like that or whatever, because there's so many kids out here. So to accommodate, they got this weird schedule. This nigga was failing. He was flunking. And I was like, yo, at minimum, you have to get him to finish high school. I said, and I hear that GED test ain't that easy. Make his ass get up and go.
I don't know if you saw that thing with Method Man where he talked about taking his GED and his wife failed it.
Yeah, like that.
First time I heard he failed it the first time, but he failed. He passed it. And this was recently. This is in the last 10 years. Him and his wife decided to get their GEDs.
And so everybody can't be a Method Man. And so but I know he was very musically inclined. I said, okay, so then you have to nurture that for him. He already is very kind of disrespectful for you because you won't leave his daddy. He say whatever to y'all. He's disrespectful. But I'm like, there are things that you allow that because you take it from the daddy. So you gonna take it from him. I'm like, he gonna go out in the world. He gonna be an asshole. He gonna be an asshole to women because of you. And people don't think about that. It really, when we talk about this kid, it really does take a village. And so, especially in my case, working with children that have special needs, you're like, okay, what is the home life like? What's happening? And then trying to get feedback. Okay, so if this is working, we need to continue to do this at school so it'll become, a part of them. And people forget that. And so now, think of her. And on the flip side, like they shouldn't, that clip, they had no business putting a picture of that little girl up there. Just period. She's 10 years old. I don't care that if you authorized it or not. Like it's inappropriate. It's not okay. Because think if that clip came across her friend's timeline and they didn't know who her daddy was. She could have just said, my daddy is a comic. He never said her name or anything. And now it's like, hey, why your daddy saying that you a gold digger?
Oh yeah.
Can you get this out your daddy? Can we all get this? Look.
If you don't want to give it to me.
Right. What you got?
All right.
Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends because we got all the tea. And, if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side so you can see other stuff and, again, share with everybody.